For many people, being faced with a traumatic incident can be life-changing. Whether it's losing a loved one to homicide or dealing with sexual assault, many people have nowhere to turn. Last year, the Alexandria Police Department brought in an in-house victims advocate. Beth Punche is more than just a victims advocate. To some, she is a safe haven to those who have faced the impossible.
I think that the entire process, from the very beginning to a conviction, can be really confusing, and it's a lot of people aren't as well versed in the criminal justice system and what happens when there's an incident and what happens when there's a report and charges are filed. So to have the ability to sit down with victims in a really vulnerable, traumatic time and say, okay, look, we're going to get through this.
Wade Bourgeois of the Alexandria Police Department says this program is very important.
I think it's very important. Like I said, even if we get a few victims who take advantage of this service, of having an in-house victims advocate and the resources that she has to offer, that's a success for the program, because you can't put a price on helping one person get out of an abusive relationship or potentially saving somebody's life.
If you or someone you may know is a victim of a crime, file a police report to begin receiving help from this program. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. With just a sign of a petition, St. Law locals could benefit from ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft. Locals are all for it.
I just turned 21. I would love to go to a bar and not be able to drive at night and not have to worry about how I'm getting home.
This afternoon, the Chamber of Commerce held a meeting in support of bringing statewide rideshare to all of Louisiana.
We are hoping to engage the community in supporting legislation that will be considered during the upcoming legislative session that will put in place regulations statewide for rideshare companies to operate.
In the past, Louisiana has operated without one clear set of rules for ride sharing, resulting in residents and visitors not being able to experience the economic opportunity and mobile services.
It'll be a benefit, man. I mean, I travel pretty often, man, and a lot of big cities, man, is actually helping the big cities thrive.
So what are ride-sharing companies?
You can open up your smartphone and click a button and get a ride, and it's as simple as that.
If you would like to see ride-sharing companies come to the Central Louisiana area, sign the petition at goridesharing.com. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. There has been more talk about investing in higher education at the Capitol. After years of budget cuts and threats, local higher education leaders are excited for what's to come.
Very hopeful, and we're very grateful for our leaders in Baton Rouge, our legislators, the governor, our system president, Dr. Monty Sullivan, and all of our partners, including the Board of Regents and all of our higher ed systems, that we're in a season now where we're talking about increasing the investment, because we know that when a dollar is invested in our community and technical colleges, especially CLTCC, there's going to be a return on that investment that changes lives and creates futures.
This means new initiatives like adult financial aid, which will allow scholarships for those who are in high wage and skill training. Also, there is an effort for Central Louisiana colleges to become accredited under the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. This will allow more resources to expand libraries and academics throughout CENLAW, which will benefit college students.
If you listen to CLETA and the Rapides Foundation and our municipalities, they say that 70 to 75% of the jobs will require more than a high school diploma, but less than a university degree for an entry-level position.
Sawtelle also mentioned the CENLAW area is where most of the demand of high-wage and high-skilled careers are. We will keep you updated as the session continues. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. Mother of four, Kimberly Burville, and her husband welcomed their baby girl, Oakley Burville, on Thursday afternoon. Burville is no stranger to room sharing to avoid sudden impact death, although that wasn't always the case.
With my oldest, 11 years ago, I didn't know as much about how to properly put them to sleep. Like, I'm not going to lie, with my oldest, she slept with us.
Which is why the latest guidelines from pediatricians say parents should let their newborns sleep in the same room, but not the same bed. Over time, Burvell learned as the guidelines change.
Kids are 4 years apart, and as we got closer to this birth, each time I'd learn more and more of how to properly put them to sleep, and, now I know everything.
So now with baby Oakley, she is more than prepared. Now it is highly recommended by medical professionals to place your child on a firm mattress with no toys or blankets. 25 years ago, the Back to Sleep campaign was put in place to encourage parents to put their babies to sleep on their backs in order to reduce the risk of SIDS. Since then, the number of sudden impact deaths in newborns decreased by 44%.
We do not see SIDS often, but it does happen. We encourage moms to place the babies on his back by using the onesies that say this side up. We also educate moms about SIDS and safe sleep upon discharge.
To keep up with the latest changes regarding SIDS, visit aap.org. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. As you can see, this isn't an average day for Bolton High School students. Today, they ditched class altogether to create these masterpieces. For the past 15 years, Chalk Fest has been the event that students look forward to next to prom. What started to be just an end of the school year event for students turned into something much more.
It became something it's a part of Bolton. It's a tradition that I couldn't stop it if I wanted to. These kids would revolt. They look forward to it.
Students like Rahima Olatinwa calls Chalk Fest therapeutic.
It really is. You just the entire day, you don't even realize that time's flying by. You're just drawing and sketching, and by the time you just realize, oh no, it's 2:30, it's already over, and it's so much fun for us to do.
Over the years, the event was held outside. Due to the weather, they moved it to the gym. This created the idea of displaying them in the halls for everyone to see instead of letting them fade away over time. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. For most children, reading is only a part of school, and for some, it's an activity that takes them beyond the classroom. As a part of the Magic of Storytelling campaign, ABC 31 had the pleasure of donating 1,000 books to North Bayou Rapids Elementary. It has been said many times that reading opened doors to a brighter future, and today over 400 students got a chance to choose from a large variety of Disney books. Eager to choose, students like Alwyn Watson and Kaylee Granville spends most of their time reading for fun. For Kaylee, it's all about the words.
I like books because they teach me how words are in a book.
The second grader has dreams of one day becoming a reading teacher. On the other hand, Alwyn likes to use his imagination while reading fictional books.
I like to picture myself in the book and use my own imagination.
The first through third grade school goal is to have students reach grade level. Assistant Principal Jennifer Wynn tells me that some students don't have access to books outside of the classroom.
It's important because our students, most of them, don't get to read unless they're at school, and with them having books at home, they'll be able to read them while they're away on vacation and hopefully during the summer, and hopefully that'll help with the summer slide and allow them to read while they're away from school.
With the help of the Magic of Storytelling book donations, students are able to explore reading in and out of the classroom. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News. Arthur F. Smith Middle Magnet educators stepped away from their classrooms to protest dangerous working conditions. 4 A-F-F, still can't hear you. Last month, during a school board meeting, there were several complaints about mold and water intrusion. There was also an option of closing the school and moving the students to Peabody High School to save over $600,000 a year. Educators are against the move. Keandra Ford, a teacher at Arthur F. Smith, believes the issue can be fixed without relocating.
I definitely think that we may need to be displaced for a short period of time, but we know that other schools have been remodeled and the students were able to stay at their school. You may need to bring in portable buildings, or you may have to displace us for a shorter period of time to Peabody, but we want to make sure that we return back to our school.
Concerned citizens are under the impression that the school board is sweeping this issue under the rug.
Myself, all my sisters, brothers, other family members, even my kids, everybody, we've all attended these schools. And these schools have produced some good, some good citizens and good products of the environment over here. And every time you look around, it's been, we want to shut Arthur F. Smith, or when I went to Jones Street down on W. Hall, I always want to shut the schools down on this side. And it's all about saving money. But at the end of the day, there are issues that's been going on over here for years that have been neglected by the folks that we sit here and hire at the Rapides Parish School Board Administration in the central office.
School board member Willard McCall says he just wants the problem fixed.
This comes to it is that we can get this problem settled, fix our school, keep our kids here, and make our teachers and our employees, and not just the teachers, but all the employees, and just work in a safe and healthy environment. That's my take on all of this, all right? And I think we have the money to do it. We just spent $400,000 putting a roof on Brand. We can spend $350,000 to fix Arthur F. Smith, okay?
A school board meeting will be held tomorrow at 5. Educators are encouraging concerned citizens to come out. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.